having an interesting discussion with Matt Williamson before we got going here today, and we're talking about weather because we have, I don't know, what would you call today? I think it's 49 degrees, some rain came through.
It's a lot like Dirt Week Saturday when the weather rolls in and it's not really pleasant for anybody. So it's not, certainly not looking like the entrance into June, that's for sure.
Okay, now we were talking about situations like this. Weekly track, we had some rain move through. I think I got out of here maybe like 11. This is different than if it was, say, some type of a traveling race, right? Do you handle those differently if you're the promoter, if you're the fan, if you're the driver?
I think that they should. Like a weekly race like this, generally most people aren't from far. I mean, I'm an exception, but it shouldn't matter because I'm traveling far, what everybody else has to do. So I think weekly races, you take a chance on weather. Obviously, when it's 80-90% chance of rain, that's probably going to rain, and taking that chance is not very smart. But when you go to the traveling series, I think that a lot of the series are guilty of dragging us to racetracks when it doesn't look very, very pleasant. And, we've been in discussions with World Racing Group about getting tow money just because there was a situation last year. We went to Lebanon Valley with 90% chance of rain. They drug us all down there. None of us got to go race anywhere else. I think they actually raced here, and we were down at the Valley, and it rained. Everybody got their stuff muddy. Everybody got there. Everybody put the expense out. And, I think that a traveling series, should get, show up money and put some of the onus on the promoter, where the promoter has to come up with some money if they want to drag everybody there when it's 80% chance of rain.
Mm-hmm. Of course, as we've known too, we've been burned by that before. Like you cancel the day before and it's 80%, and for some reason or another, it doesn't end up raining that day.
I mean,
when you get a situation like that, all right, let's say you're the promoter. It's Matt Williamson Speedway. Okay, we're going to put you in a new role. 90% chance of rain on a Saturday for a regular show. It's Friday. It's afternoon. People are starting to bug you because that's how it works.
Absolutely.
What do you do?
I would probably wait till the morning. If your furthest traveler is 8 hours away and they have to be there at 4, you can.
No, this is weekly. Remember, this is Matt Williamson Speedway.
Yeah,
so everybody's within an hour.
Wait till noon and see what the forecast looks like. If it looks like it's 90% chance of rain, and you cancel and the sun comes out, obviously there's going to be people on Facebook jaw-jacking.
I know.
But I wouldn't want to have a promoter's job. I mean,
I know that's the last job I would take.
I'll be the first to say, last time we raced here, I called Greg Hickson and I said, Greg, man, the track's going to be rough. It's going to be fast. And Tana come over here and she said Bob McCready'd be rolling over in his grave listening to it. But cars are expensive. But this place, they did an excellent job on the racetrack. The racing was fantastic, and I was wrong that day. And probably if I was a promoter, it wouldn't be the only time that I was wrong in calling it early. But a tough deal tonight. I wish that the weather was better for Paul's sake and the whole team here at LOL. And I know I wouldn't be sitting in the grandstands, but thankfully they got the LOL TV, and hopefully a lot of people are tuning in.
All right, so now it's Matt Williamson Speedway. We had a Wednesday special. It's a traveling show, so people are coming from all over the place. Same question, 90% rain the next day. It's Tuesday, everybody's calling you. What do you do then?
I think you make the call in the morning.
So you wouldn't do it the day ahead of time, because some tracks do.
I think it all depends. If they've got a lot of rain already, they could certainly make the call ahead of time, because a little shower would probably ruin your night. But if it's dry and you haven't had rain the last couple of weeks, and the racetrack could take a little bit of rain,
right?
You wait till the morning. But there is no right and wrong answer on that.
There isn't. And I think the people who are online, and I don't want to bash anybody because we all have our opinions on this kind of thing, but there are so many different scenarios that are there, and the promoter does have to make money.
Here's a scenario for you. We went to Airborne on Thursday, and I drove 1,000 miles round trip from my house to get to Airborne. On the way there, I really thought that we were going to be racing. I didn't think they were making a bad call. I thought Mike Bruno made the right call. The place was sandy, and we went all the way there, and the pop-up shower at 6 o'clock ended up ruining the night. So, in Mike's case, if he would have canceled and that pop-up shower never happened, they would have been all over him on Facebook, jaw-jacking him. And
I like that jaw-jacking. I like that.
That must be a Canadian thing.
Must be. I never heard that one.
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
That's the problem. Yeah, no matter what, people are going to complain.
Tough. Like I said, I probably had the longest tow to Airborne, and I wasn't upset because it was a pop-up shower that wasn't on the radar, and the radar looked like it was clearing up. Mike could have did the easy thing to do and cancel in the morning and said there's pop-up showers in the area.
Right.
I think nowadays with the social media technology, you could probably do rain dates and say a night like this, they had a series in town, and you know the crowd's not going to be good, you're probably not going to take the chance. And if you had a rain date for a better day and you know the next day is going to be 75 degrees and sunny and 0 chance of rain, you probably would be smart to cancel. But this is just a weekly race tonight, and I hope a lot of people tune in on LOL TV to watch tonight.
Here's a different situation for you, because I've seen this happen before too. Cancel on a Tuesday and decide to reschedule the next day. Is that good? Do you like that, or do you not like that?
I like it, but I race for a living, so I don't have a job to worry about going back and forth to my own.
But if you did, that might be different. You might 100%. Feel different about that. Yep. You only have so many personal days. You already took one.
Especially traveling series. It's like,
yeah.
You know, if it's a weekly race and you've got to work that day, and you can get out of work 2 hours early and go to the races, that's not a big deal. But when you've got to drive 5 or 6 hours to get to the race and you've got to burn a whole day, you probably have your vacation day for Tuesday, and now you're screwed for Wednesday too, so that makes it tough.
Yeah, and you already told your employer you would be there Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got to call them sometime during the day and hope you get their voicemail, right?
Hope you got a good boss. You got to hope you got a good boss.
Yeah, and get the voicemail instead of, yeah, darn it, Matt. That's the 13th day, and we're not even in June yet.
Exactly.
So, so guys, for all of you, the big lesson we're trying to take away, and I want your thought on this too, is that we all consider ourselves amateur meteorologists, but unless you have skin in the game, your opinion, I don't want to go so far as it doesn't matter, but it maybe doesn't have as much validity.
I think a lot of people say that a weatherman is the only profession where you can be wrong every day and still have a job. So I mean, technology, the weather forecasts on everybody's phone.
We all think we know what we're doing, right?
It's come a long way from. I mean, I'm not super old, but I do remember, having to go to a computer to look at the forecast to see what the.
I remember having to go to a paper. Look for a forecast.
I mean, computers came out when I was about 10 years old.
Gotcha.
So, we still had computer lessons in school when I was younger, but I don't remember checking the paper for a weather forecast.
Guys, got a thought? Please leave it to us in the comments. I'd really love to hear it. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Matt, maybe we'll see. They got a bounty on your head tonight, so we'll see how that goes. He's won the first 2 here. So Proudy's Bar, one of the local sponsors, is putting up an extra bit of money if somebody could beat him. Thanks for this, man. We were talking about this off camera, and I said, why don't we turn the camera on and have this conversation for everybody else? So I appreciate your trust, man.
Thank you. And thanks for all you do.